What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So who's going to win control of the Senate in the 2026 midterm election? We're going to talk a little bit about this. We're going to take a look at the prediction market. The prediction market right now is showing us that Democrats are going to take back control of the Senate. And so in this video, we're going to take a look at all the battleground states. I'll show you exactly what the prediction market is showing us. And the prediction market is actually showing us what we've been talking about for the last few months when it comes to the Senate map. Now, it will be hard for Democrats to take back control of the Senate, but there's a pathway, and guess what? The prediction market is showing us the same pathway that I've been talking about. So we're going to talk about all that in this video, but first off, if you guys can do me a favor, please like the video. If you're watching this video and you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. Okay, so let's get right into this video. I just want to show you guys the map. This is 270 to win that we're looking at. And they are gathering this information from Kalshi. Okay, so this is the prediction market. You have prediction markets, you have polling, you have experts that are out there talking about these different races. And I like to look at all of the different aspects, because when we can take a look at the different aspects, then we can get a better idea of what's going on. And so polling in one state might say something, and then the prediction market says something else. And then you have experts out there that are saying something. And so when we gather all that information, we have a better idea of what's going on in these different states. So when it comes to prediction markets, if you guys don't know how that works, it's basically people are wagering on these different events. Okay, and one of the events that they're wagering on is the 2026 midterm election, the Senate in this case. And so people are putting their money where their mouth is, if you want to say that. Now, when it comes to prediction markets and what sets prediction markets apart from polling, prediction markets are showing you the most current information. So people are actually, it's like the stock market. This information is today. And that's different than polling, because polling is a lagging indicator. When we're looking at polling, that's information that was last week or even a week before that. So basically, you conduct the poll and then you put the poll out. And usually when you put the poll out, it's like a week later. So it's not the most current information. But when we're looking at prediction markets, it's instant. And so let's go ahead and get into what we found here. So the first thing I want to take a look at, we're going to look at a few different states here. So Georgia, they have Georgia going for Ossoff, so going for Democrats. North Carolina, they have going for Democrats. And when we move up to Maine, going for Democrats. New Hampshire, going for Democrats. And then move down to Ohio, going for Democrats. Michigan, also going for Democrats. And then Alaska, going for Democrats. Okay. And when we talk about this, I tell you guys that there's 9 states, in my opinion, 9 states that are in play. Those states are Alaska, Texas, Iowa, Michigan, Ohio, Maine, New Hampshire, North Carolina, and Georgia. Okay, those are the 9 states. I think those are 9. I think I counted 9 there. So that is what I'm saying is in play. Now, Kalshi, what they're showing us that Democrats would be able to win all the states that I circled there, and that would bring them to the total of 51 seats. So 51 seats, Democrats would take back control of the Senate if they can win those 51 seats. Republicans would be at 49 seats, okay? Now, I want to go even a step further. So looking at this map, I would agree with what we're seeing here when it comes to these different states. I think Democrats have a real good shot at winning in North Carolina. I think they have a real good shot at winning in Ohio. The latest polling out of Ohio is showing us that Sherrod Brown has the lead. When it comes to Maine, you still have a lot of people talking about the different things that are going on with Graham Plattner and all the different little scandals and all that. But it looks like, and the prediction market has been pretty consistent with this, it looks like Plattner still has a good shot at pulling this out. Even looking at the latest polling, it's still showing him ahead. And so I would agree with Democrats having a chance to flip North Carolina, to flip Ohio, to flip Maine. And then we've talked about this before. When it comes to Alaska, I think Peltola has a really good shot. And so I think Democrats have an opportunity to flip Alaska. And this would be the 4 states that Democrats absolutely need to flip in order to take back control of the Senate. Now let's go a step further, because you see the color codes here, so they're not all the same color, right? So let's move over here. And so if we move over here and we're looking at the red side, so this is the Republican side, a safe seat is a dark red. A likely seat is a lighter red. A lean seat is that pinkish color there. And then this color here where it's a little, I don't even know what that, I mean, it's still red, reddish, pinkish, purplish kind of color. that is a tilt. Okay. I want to look at the tilts, because if we look at the tilts, this gives us an idea also what's going on. Okay. And it should be mentioned too, when we're talking about tilts, if you have this color here on the Democratic side, you see that Maine is a tilt for Democrats. Ohio is another tilt. Okay, we're looking at Alaska. It's another tilt. So it means Democrats have a slight advantage in those states. Now, let's look on the Republican side. Looking on the Republican side here, you have Texas as a tilt. You have Iowa as a tilt. And then you have Nebraska as a tilt. Now, Nebraska is a tilt because you have Osborne, the independent, running, and he's doing pretty good right now. So we could see an independent win in Nebraska. Now, if we see an independent win in Nebraska, I've talked about this in previous videos, but if we see Osborne win in Nebraska, that would give Democrats an advantage because it's taking a seat away from Republicans. So we'll have to see how it plays out in Nebraska. And I like to focus just on Nebraska when I do videos on that, but I just wanted to mention that. But I want to talk really about Texas and Iowa. So when we're looking at Texas and Iowa, these are now seats that are tilting for Republicans. But in the past, we were looking at Texas as a lean or even a likely seat for Republicans. But now that you have Talerico running against Paxton and the baggage that Paxton has, it's going to impact this race. We'll have to see if Talerico is able to pull it out. But now we're looking at a tilt in Texas. So Talerico has a very good shot at winning in Texas. And so not only just looking at the map and showing us that Democrats can take back control of the Senate, they can also move up to from 51 to 52 or even 53 if they're able to take Texas, if Talerico's able to win in Texas. And when we're looking at Iowa, if Tarek is able to beat Henson, we could see a flip there. Now this is not as likely as I would say a Texas is. I think Texas is more realistic when it comes to Iowa. I still don't know what's really going on in Iowa. The polling that's coming out right now, there's not much polling coming out. As we see more and more polling and we start to see the debates, maybe we'll have a better idea of what's going on in Iowa. But I would definitely say Texas is on the map, and Texas is one of those states that I think Talerico has a really good shot at winning. I mean, the climate is there. The economy's not doing well. You can run on affordability. And the candidate that Talerico is running against, he rubs some people the wrong way, Republicans. And so they might not show up to vote. They might not be energized to vote for Paxton. So we'll have to see how it plays out. But I just wanted to show you on this map, if Democrats are able to take back Texas and all the, in the other seats, the other four that we went over, then Democrats do have a chance to get to 52. And I know there's some Democrats out there saying we need to get to 52 because if we get to 51, we don't know what's going to happen with Fetterman. Is he going to switch parties? Is he going to become an independent and say he wants to caucus with Republicans? And so I think Democrats would be a lot more comfortable if they saw 52 seats instead of 51. And so that'll give them a little bit of cushion when it comes to Fetterman. But I just wanted to bring this to your attention so you now have the prediction markets saying that Democrats are set to take back control of the Senate. Now, remember, this is information that we're finding out today. Even when we're looking at polling, that's how people are feeling today. We don't know how people are going to feel 3 months from now. We don't know how people are going to feel 5 months from now. So we still do have to wait. But I just wanted to show you the most updated information coming right now from the prediction market is saying that Democrats will take back control of the Senate. And then the prediction market is also giving Democrats a likely chance of taking back control of the House. So I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more. And remember, stay informed, stay engaged, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye. So that's all we have for this video. Make sure if you guys want to send me an email, you can do that, david@thetecshow.com. Like the video, subscribe for more, and check out these videos over here for some more great content. Talk to you later. Bye.